The Yellow River breathes Chinese civilization, and the 5,000-year history of the Chinese nation is related to the Yellow River. There are many thrilling stories about the Yellow River in Luliang City, Shanxi Province. In 1936, Mao Zedong led the Red Army to cross the Yellow River eastward to the front line of the anti-Japanese war. He saw the beautiful scenery of the Yellow River, and wrote famous poems. When Chairman Mao Zedong led the Red Army to cross the Yellow River, it happened that it was snowing heavily. Mao Zedong walked along the mountain road in the snow and lived here. Here he wrote famous poems. This poem reflects his hero complex of contempt for heaven and earth and his ideal of founding a great new China. After a long rain erosion, here let people feel the uncanny workmanship of nature again. This is the capped soil forest in Luliang City, Shanxi Province. These earth forests, 8 or 9 meters high, slender and straight, 3 or 4 meters low, are thick and stocky. From afar, they look like historical relics of ancient civilization. These strange landscapes created by time seem to tell us that there is magical power in this land. Chico is an ancient town in Luliang Mountain and beside the Yellow River. In ancient times, the lower reaches of the Yellow River were dangerous, and the ships from the upper reaches of the Yellow River often moored at Chico and turned to dry roads. Day by day, Chico, ancient town, a small metropolis of water and drought wharf, is a famous historical and cultural town in China. Here, surrounded by mountains and water, the intersection of yin and yang, the momentum of the mountains and the magnificence of the river form a magnificent picture of the tiger roaring at the Yellow River, the dragon singing at the Chico. It is one of the birthplaces of Shanxi merchants. There are abundant and well-preserved Ming and Qing dynasty buildings in the town, mainly including warehouses, ticket houses, pawn shops and other commercial buildings, temples, dwellings, shops, almost including all types of typical commercial towns under the feudal system. Since the ancient town is still a primitive and simple way of life of residents, it is also known as living ancient town. Anhua Temple, formerly known as Anji Temple, is located in Lishi District, Luliang City, Shanxi Province. Anhua Temple was built in 637 AD. Yu Chenglong, a famous official in ancient China, studied in the temple. Anhua Temple is built on the mountain, facing south from north, with a curved plain, covering an area of about 4,700 square meters. A total of 4 into the courtyard. The main courtyard is divided into 2 layers. Partial courtyard is divided into internal and external tuintou. The main buildings are Daxiong Hall, Copper Tower, Bell, Drum Tower, Shiwang Hall, East Chamber, Wandi Pavilion, Wanyan Pavilion, Luzhu Pavilion, Yucheng Long Reading Tower, Yudrongcheng Temple, Yuqingduan Temple, Ligong Villa, Stone Archway, Brick Tower, etc. The wall of the temple is high and low. It is built with stones. The wall is 21 meters high. From a distance, it looks like an ancient castle with unique shape and unique style. Lima Ferry Cave is located in Jufeng Mountain, Dongbo Village, Wucheng Town, Nishi District, Luliang City, 27 kilometers away from Xiqing District. The total length from the entrance to the bottom of Beimaxine Cave is about 500 meters. The relative height difference between the entrance and the bottom is 168 meters. Experts call it the most dangerous cave in North China. Lima Ferry Cave is not only a good place for tourism, but also an activity place for ancient ancestors to pray for rain, sacrifice, blessing and health. Up to now, there are nearly 100 ink marks of ancestors praying for rain, sacrifice, blessing and health from the Liao and Jin dynasties to the present. Now it has been proved that there are 8 holes in the cave, with the characteristics of deep and dangerous and strange. According to the local chronicles of Lishi, this cave was the other palace of the Yellow Emperor and the alchemy place of red pine nuts of the Zhou dynasty. This is the hometown of Fen liquor, one of the 4 famous wines in China. Fenju is a typical representative of China's Fen flavor baijiu. With its exquisite technology and long history, it is famous for its entrance, sweet and fragrant aftertaste and long-lasting flavor. Fenju has a long history of about 4,000 years. In the northern and southern dynasties 1500 years ago, Fenju was highly praised by Emperor Wucheng of the Northern Qi dynasty as the imperial wine, and was recorded in the 24 history, which made Fenju famous. Du Mu, a famous poet in the late Tang dynasty, wrote a poem King Ming, which is a masterpiece of all ages. Where is a restaurant? The shepherd boy points to the apricot blossom village. This is the second fame of Fen liquor. In 1915, Fenju won the first-class gold medal at Panama International Exposition. Located in Wenshui County of Luliang City, the goddess temple is the hometown of Wu Zhartian, the only female emperor in China. Zhartian Temple is famous both at home and abroad for its special status as Empress Wu Zhartian and its cultural value. It is the only Empress temple in China. The main hall of Zhartian Temple is the center of architecture in the temple. It was originally built in the Tang dynasty, and the existing structure was rebuilt in the Jin dynasty. But a pair of Tang dynasty pillars and some Tang tiles are still preserved in the hall. The construction of the hall reflects the wisdom of the ancients, and it is still well preserved after 800 years.